Well, my name's Lisa Higgins. I'm a bookkeeper. I have Brighter Bookkeeping is my company, and I'm based in Sydney. I've been going for about 15 years, and I came to Digital Pipeline because I wanted to expand and change the way that I'm doing things a little bit.
Yeah. So why were you looking to expand after all these years?
I guess two reasons. One was that I didn't want to just sit back and rely on work to come to me as it previously has. It's a changing um, economy and changing world.
Mm,
And some of my clients I've been with them for a long time. They might retire or businesses might be sold. So didn't want to just sit back. But I also could see that there was a potential for growth by expanding my horizons and working with different types of businesses as
yeah.
well. Personally, I wanted to I like to connect with more people, and
Mm.
I've had the same stable of clients and for a while as well. So just looking to grow in all areas.
Yeah, perfect. And given all of that, yeah, what sort of options were you looking at from like a lead perspective to grow?
Well, the first thing I guess I thought about was approaching existing clients and existing relationships with people that I already had. Um, but I guess that's already really happens naturally anyway. So I didn't feel that that was going to make a big difference.
Mm,
Um, I tried local networking through a BNI
mm.
group for 12 months.
How'd that go?
Yeah. Uh, it didn't bring me directly any business. Probably, I was a lot of very time consuming, very big
Mm,
time commitment.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it wasn't for me. I felt like it wasn't. There's a lot of rituals and things that are set down by what somebody else wants. It's supposed to fit all businesses.
yeah,
It wasn't to what I do, which is it was more of a person to person establishing a relationship and a connection, and finding I needed to find those people that were going to work with me like that rather than just be a client. If you've got 20 people in a room, how many of them don't have a bookkeeper, or otherwise it's endless meetings and endless coffees and
mm,
yeah, a big time commitment.
okay. It's interesting. Like the BNI thing is something a lot of people that I chat to are doing. Like, and they're curious about how this is different to BNI. Like, how do you feel it is different to BNI? I think people would
Um,
just be interested in that.
yeah, very different because it's the people that I'm speaking to are way more likely to be in the same, I guess, either area. That's for one word, but also the fact that they are, filtered, and also the fact that then they are agreeing to talk to me. They are already making some sort of level of interest and commitment, just to be open to the discussion, which is, you know, and it's it's just targeted. I think that's the difference. Is I'm not
Yeah,
talking to landscapers and electricians and physios or people that really, when they might know someone that might need a bookkeeper, but if they've got one, that's the end of the connection. There's no whereas
yeah,
these people that I'm connecting with are, there's way more synergy. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. And I guess going back in time again, you said, yeah, you were doing BNI and you're looking at your current database of clients and things like that to generate business, which is cool. And then obviously we had a chat. And from memory, you hadn't actually used anyone, or you hadn't used. Had you ever used any other marketers before working with us? No.
No,
That's pretty
no.
scary, right? Like, especially after all these years, trusting someone to help you. Like, what was it, I guess, about what we do that ultimately got you across the line?
Well, to be honest, that's how
Mm.
you found me. So that worked because
Oh,
I was
that's
like,
right. Yeah.
yeah. So I thought, well, okay. So obviously this works because I don't think I'm probably an easy sale. I'm pretty cautious. I don't use LinkedIn very often, or
Hmm.
hadn't previously. Um, I also really liked the fact that for my particular industry, it is a lot of people do use LinkedIn. So,
Yeah.
I only have a network of people that I know. I didn't have anybody on there that I don't know. So, it's sort of, guess I'm seeing, I'm realizing that it was a very underused resource that I had at my fingertips, but also the fact that you had this kind of ability to do this narrowing down and searching and the expertise to kind of pull it all together for me, and all I have to do is show up, for those 15 minutes.
Hmm.
That's all I have to do. And so I'm time poor, I'm very busy already, and I didn't have that time to commit to that, and it is quite hard to make that first call. But I guess the fact that I felt like it was already sort of prepared for me, I knew that,
Mm.
I feel like I'm being supported, I guess, in this.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what you managed to convince me of that. But yeah, yeah.
For sure. So who are we targeting again for you?
Well, I initially said accountants because I thought
Yeah.
that's where I've always had my referrals from, but I'm finding business coaches, which was also your guys' suggestion.
Mm.
Business coaches are they have, same as I do, a myriad of clients in all different industries, and they also work frontline with the business owner. So we connect straight away on understanding the needs and of a small business, and so that's been really good. I've
Yeah.
had some really good conversations with them.
Yeah, because that's something people ask me is like, what if all these people they just want leads back the other way, or they're no good? Like in terms of the actual conversations you're having, like can you just give us a bit of an overview on the conversations and how that,
Well, they've been very varied, like because
yes.
all these people are coming from different places. So
Mm.
we find some common ground, I think, just by having a chat. But like I said, the fact that they take the call to me means they're kind of open to the conversation in the first place.
Yeah.
I make it clear that I'm not selling anything straight away because I'm just really trying to connect with people and have a bigger professional network.
Yeah.
And they are too. They like that, and there's only probably, I don't know how many I've had so far. You can probably tell me that better, but I would only say that maybe be one, maybe two that I wouldn't reconnect with, but I feel like I've actually already got now a whole lot of new people to connect with over different things. They're all
Yeah.
very interested in, and of course they want work back. Of course, that's why people are
Yeah.
connecting, but it doesn't feel like it's one way at all. Like they're,
It's a
definitely,
genuine, two-way discussion.
yeah, yeah.
And I know, early days and all that. I mean, how many referral partners do you feel like actual partners where you actually have that genuine two-way relationship? Like how many of those do you feel like you're going to get out of the conversations you've had so far?
Well, I think definitely there's 5 people so far
Yeah.
that I'm either doing sort of doing secondary type of um, engagement with,
Yeah.
actual constructive work, not
Yeah.
clients, but work towards sort of working together. So putting together
Yeah.
ways that we can, for one example, one lady wants to do a workshop, and she's going to get all her existing clients, and I'm going to attend the workshop and give
Oh,
some
wow.
bookkeeping tips for the end of financial year. So, that's a way of introducing me to people.
Great.
Another one similar, like wants to offer a kind of a 45-minute coaching session to my clients. And if they take on the coaching, then they'll require some additional services from me, but he will split payment with me. So there's like a, it's sort of actually
Yeah.
interestingly, not even sort of just the type of clients that I've had before. It's a different type of work that I wasn't even on my radar. So it's like it's actually really exciting because it's taking me off in a different direction, which is, I guess, what this whole purpose was about. I didn't even realize. I just, went into it knowing I needed to do something. I wanted to do something, and yeah, things are happening. And a couple of other people just, said they've given me my name to somebody, and someone else has invited me to an online chat sort of thing. So they're engaging.
Yeah, that's cool. And I love that you've kept an open mind, because that's the thing, because we come at it from a different angle, because obviously we're in there doing this for lots and lots of clients in terms of, yeah, who could refer to you, like business coaches, for example, you might not have thought about that. But now, yeah, you've got this other opportunity. And then what about like, because it's hard at the start, you probably don't really realize exactly what we're going to deliver you, like in terms of this CRM, the systems and processes, the team, Azelle, Kerry, and the rest of the team. Like, can you talk a little bit about how that's all been?
Yeah, it was a little bit overwhelming at the beginning, and I guess I just kind of jumped in and thought, okay, I've done it, I've signed up, I'm going to do it, see what happens. But the team's been amazing. They've been super supportive, and we've actually changed fine-tuned, the area of people that I'm connecting with, because I was finding, even though I said Australia-wide, and it does work Australia-wide, some people are not super as engaged if they're like in Perth or something,
Yeah.
so we've just sort of narrowed it down a little bit. And so that's been good. They've been responsive in that way, and they've given me tips and ideas, and yeah, really good support. Very great communication. There's the Slack channel that you
Yeah.
use, that they're very responsive there, which is great. So anything, someone messages me for an appointment and I don't think it looks like we're a good fit, or it's somehow it's got through and I don't want to do it, they fix it straight away. So I haven't felt embarrassed or, like anything strange has happened, which is good, because I was a little bit worried about letting this kind of, like, letting somebody else take over me, and speak on my behalf, because that's pretty trusting, and it's also,
Yeah.
it's yeah, so that was quite hard. But yeah, I don't read all the messages because there's so many of them, because they're engaging
Mm.
with so many people. I just let it come through to me. The first call was terrifying. Second call a little bit less terrifying. It's getting a little bit easier every time I do it. So
Yeah.
and the fact that those people, that I just keep thinking, the fact that those people have agreed to the call, and that gives me a lot of confidence to make the call in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're not going to agree to the call unless they feel it's a win-win, and they've actually looked at your profile. They know you're a bookkeeper. They know a bit about you. So it's not like there's any
Yeah.
surprises there from their end, right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm not promising them anything, and I
No.
say it straight away. I'm not selling something. I'm just selling myself. I'm just introducing myself, really, is what I say. So yeah, no, it's nice. I've had talked to some of them like for an hour. It's sort
Oh,
of 15
wow.
minute call has gone on and on. Like there's been very few that has finished within the 15 minutes. So which is
That's
really
cool.
good.
And I think you made a good point there about, I call it reps, repetitions. Like, because we're doing it for you and you're getting 2 to 3 every single week, you get better quickly, because you got to show up, you got to be your best. It's not like if you do it yourself, you might do it once or twice and then go, oh, I'm going to wait, or you get busy or whatever, and you're not
Absolutely.
doing it often enough to actually really get it all dialed in and get really proficient at it. Yeah.
And I think maybe that's another thing, that the BNI system is supposed to be about accountability, and that you're being accountable, turning up every week at 6:30 in the morning or whatever time it is. Um, then, but this is making me accountable to myself rather than to some sort of set of rules, or an organization, or getting a black tick or a red mark or whatever it was that was in more of a structured. This is this is all about just my business, just
Yes.
me, my relationships, so it's very personal, and it's just way better for way more. I guess it's like fast tracked. I feel like what I've achieved in 2 months, I would have had to probably do 2 years of turning up at 6:30 every Thursday morning, and probably done 100 coffees or something, which is all very pleasant, but time consuming and not necessarily going to lead to any work anyway.
Yeah, and time is money as well, like as you alluded to. I mean, people go,
Yeah,
yeah, well, I don't pay for it, but you are paying for it in other ways.
you are, and
Um,
you pay to join, and you pay for the breakfast every week, and you pay for the
yeah,
coffees, but it's the time. It's the time that, I can have a 15 or 20-minute, 30-minute phone call from my office and then get straight back to work. It's fine.
absolutely. All right,
Right.
last question. Like, if someone's sort of sitting on the fence and like, I don't know, shouldn't I? Any sort of words of advice to people who are in that shoe?
Well, it depends on what's holding them back. I would say that it's definitely, if it's the fear of the phone call, then don't be afraid of the phone call. If it's a fear of there's not enough people out there are so many people out there. I can't believe how many people are being connected with. And I guess, like everything costs money, so you've got to invest some money somewhere if you
Yeah,
want to do marketing or expand your horizons. I don't think you can get like, what do you want to put a Facebook ads, or what sort of customer are you trying to connect with or attract? I'm trying to only attract the customers that I actually want, rather than just, if I put an ad out there and spent this money on, got or Google ads or something, I'd probably spend double the amount of time either getting inquiries about price, or taking inquiries, or getting clients that don't pay me. Like,
yeah.
this way I'm actually choosing who I work with. So I feel much more in control than just throwing money at somebody to do a random marketing campaign. It's really sort of giving me, um, I think I'm learning skills as well, for without even realizing it. So I'm, becoming, I'm getting that support, and there's the training, and working out what, maybe not to say next time, or and being thrown curved balls, so it's making me have to think on my feet sometimes. So yeah, just, yeah, I wouldn't, if I don't know, if someone's on the fence, if it's for those reasons, I hope I've explained why I did it, and I'm happy I did it.
Thank you, Lisa. Really appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your time to share those thoughts. So yeah, thank you.
Welcome.